Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Ultra Squad, and today this is a new What If on my second channel. What if Issei was the rebirth of Herobrine and Entity 303? Now, I actually read there was actually thinking about okay, one day I was just basically thinking about right Minecraft, and I got an idea right there, like what if Issei was two of these beings? I mean, two of them are both gods in some kind of way. So yeah, and I checked, and nobody's ever done this. What if? No, like I had never seen did a fanfic of it. So yeah, I'm just basically going to be the first one to do it. This is part one, and I hope you guys actually enjoy. Now, where we're actually going to start off, we actually start our story as we actually go to see an abandoned church. It's now nighttime, as the church is now glowing as little sparks of like white light comes out of the abandoned church. As right now we actually see our favorite protagonist, as we actually see right there like a person who has like brown hair, as right there he has like honey eyes, as he's right now has the sacred gas right as he's holding a blonde person, as she actually looks like she's crying, as right there she looks weak, as the person as right there this girl is actually called Arthur Argento. Issei right there's first friend, as right there, like Arthur right now just lost her sacred gear. As Issei just crying for her, saying like, "Don't worry, Arthur, I'll fix this. Don't worry." And right there, Arthur just says like, "Issei, you were my first friend, the most first person who was ever kind to me. Don't don't lose that feeling." As with that, she just closes her beautiful right there, like what green eyes, as Arthur just passed away. As Issei just holds Arthur, as he just basically mourns for his first friend's death, crying out her name, Arthur. As right there, like he kept on shaking her, but she won't wake up. As the person right there, we can hear a person laughing. Oh my god! It actually took her that long for her to die, man. Truth be told, she was actually I can give her this, even though right there she was pretty much right there annoying. She was I'm surprised she even lasted this long. Normally, when people get their sacred gears extracted from them, they die instantly. But she hold out right there for 10 minutes. I never heard of that. That's actually a world record. But now, Twilight healing is mine. She was actually pretty much of a good toy for me. After the Issei just has his hair covering his eyes. Right now, he's hearing Reina's words, his first girlfriend, who killed him, and now already she killed Arthur. Right there, she just drawn the line. And right there, Issa was now pissed. "You're dead," Issa would say. And Reina would say like, "I'm what?" And Issa would just now turn to her, fully faced as his hair still covering his eyes. And Issa says like, "You're dead, Reina." And basically right there, a huge magical aura around Issa just skyrocketed. After that, Reina was actually frightened. "What's this?" As Issei's eyes just shut off right there, like just green eyes at right there, like he would just pretty much go and charge at Reina, giving her a fight. Now in this one, the fight would play out similar inside the anime, but Issei just beats on Reina even more. I mean, he does get the spear of light stabbed into his leg and things like that. So yeah, as Reina was actually scared. As she was just losing right there to a reincarnated devil. How Reina lose to a weakling like you? As Ethan would just charge up right there towards Reina in his sacred gear ready. "This is for Arthur, you bitch!" As right there, he would just go and slam his fist into Reina's face, causing her to crash into a window and like fall out. As Issa just looks at right there like what? He actually right there Natty felt good. Right there. You just draw the line there. I won't allow you or anyone right there to hurt right there. My family again. As right there Issa weakly just drops to his knees. As right there he actually just stands up. As right there like for some reason right there that power of his. It felt different from the one he used from the sacred gear. It felt different for some reason. But that didn't really matter to him. as Issei just walks up, right, as he sees the corpse of Arthea. As Issei is walking to the corpse, he goes right there and actually picks her up. I'm sorry, Arthea. If only I was fast enough. If only if I was strong enough. But right there, he heard right there but he remembers something. What right there he could have done to save Arthea. Arthea would have just lived if she would have just if she actually taken care of this problem earlier. If she would have just helped her earlier in this, she wouldn't die. I'd rather Issei referring to Rias. I'd rather Issei remember that Rias said she's not helping really Arthea. She's not risking her whole servant to save one person. That's right, Issei and that one. That actually broke him. He thought right there Rias was nice, that she would help anyone. But she's unwilling to help Arthea, a human. Right there, Issei right there just got angry. This is all her fault. As right there, he was soon cut out of his thoughts as a hand was actually placed on him. Issei, are you alright? As right there, the person spoke was actually Kiba. Issei turned around. He said Kiba, you already done with your job? As Kiba said oh yeah, we already dispatched of them. Is she? As Issei just said yeah, she passed away. If only if Rias actually allowed us right there to save her, she wouldn't have died. Issei says as he holds right there his first friend in his arms. As right there, not 2 moments later, Rias walks in. As Rias said wow, I'm surprised you even dispatched of the fallen angel. Congratulations, Issei. As Issei right there would not say a word as he actually holds right there Arthea in his arms. As Akano will come in. Wow, I never expected anything less for that from an Issei-kun. As right there, Issei will still not say anything. He's still holding Arthea. As right there, moments later, Konako will walk in as she would say, President, I brought the actually crow. As she would just drop right there Reina on the floor, still unconscious. As what? Rias would say Akano, would you actually mind waking up a sleeping guest? As right there Akano would pour water on Reina. As right there what? Reina will wake up instantly, say what? Where am I? As right she will look around. As the whole scene will play out similar as towards the anime. As nothing really changed here. As right there what? Before Rias can even do anything, Reina begs for Issei to save him. As Issei said why would I save you? As right there he goes and drops he lies down the dead body of Arthea on the floor. He goes up to her. Right there. Reina thought he's actually gonna help her. But to her surprise, Issei looks at her with a cold look. His eyes are still green. Why would I help her, there, scumbag like you? You first played with my emotions. I actually really thought you actually loved me. And then next, you went as far as to actually kidnap my best friend, Arthea. And then you kill her. For her sacred gear. You make me sick. Right there. And you beg for me to actually help you. Issei says as he's right there now getting a little bit angry. As right there, Reina said well, I can change. Trust me, I still love you, Issei. Please. As right there, as Reina said enough, fallen angel. You toy with acting my service heart right there long enough. As right there what? She actually gets ready to actually finish Reina. But Issei said what are you talking like that? This is also your fault too, Grimmery. As Rias actually stops her attack. What do you mean by that? She asks. Issei just looks at her. This is your fault that Arthea has died. If you would actually just let us actually save her sooner, she would have been dead like this. She says right there, pointing to Arthea. As Rias says Issei, the reason is right there, but she would actually cut us off. Issei just roared at her. This is your fault, he says. As Rias just steps back, just feeling the anger coming off Issei as her aura starts forming around him. This is your fault. You saved me once, and I was grateful. But you don't manage to save Arthea? Why? Is it because right there she's a human? Is it because right there she works for the church? I can hardly give a damn about that. You right there had a chance to take care of this thing as soon as possible, but you wait 9 minutes, and now look what happened. Arthur is now dead. After that, Rias just said like, Issei, please calm down. I know I should have done this, but I just revived you, and I just wanted you to get settled. As Issei didn't really want to listen, he said like, look, she's dead because of you. Because you didn't actually take the responsibility to dispose of this trash. As like what? Issei just looks at Reina. And he said like, you. As right there, Reina now starts to feel fear. I swear to God, I'll be the one who kills you. And right there, like Reina will actually kind of just now knows that she's fucked. There's no chance of getting Issei on her side. Like he's just gone in the loss of rage. And right there, like for some reason, Issei can feel a hand on him, like basically like a hand around his waist. And right there, like he can hear Arceus's last words saying like, "Please don't." As Issei just eyes widen, and he looks towards Arceus, but her body was still like dead. As right there, what? Issei actually just thought of something. As right there, like Rias right there just started talking. Issei, I can bring her back using right there my evil pieces. But Issei just just looks at her coldly. Why would you think for that I'll let Arthur be reincarnated as the devil? She's too good for that. I'm not letting Arthur right there get turned into a devil. She's been through so much. She's been through hell. And you really think right there I'll let you reincarnate her as a devil? As right there, he looks towards Reina. Give it here. As right there, Issei said with a cold and now deadly voice. Reina said like, what? And Issei just pretty much goes and kicks her inside her stomach. And right there, Reina just starts holding her stomach in like pain. And right there, Issei just goes right there towards her. And he starts lifting her head up. Give back her sacred gear. And right there, Reina just said like, but, and Issei now right there let out more power, let out a shockwave inside the room. As right there, he said like, give it back. And right there, Reina, without even hesitation, hands Arceus sacred gear over. And right there, like what? Issei just looks towards Rias. And right there, he just said like, Rias, he said with his hair closing his eyes, do you have right there a bishop? Or like an evil piece? And Rias said like, yes. But Issei, Issei like just interrupted her. I want you to revive right there her, he says, pointing to Reina. As right there, Rias and Reina was shocked. What? But why? As Reina just like, no way am I actually getting reincarnated right into a devil. As like, what? Issei just looks towards Rias. This is your fault. I'm not actually, like I said, I'm not letting Arceus be revived into like a devil. That's something I don't want for her. Being alive as a devil right there, I don't want her to be treated badly. Right there. And he looks towards Reina. You will serve under her. I could actually hardly care. And Reina said like, don't I not get a say in this? And Issei was actually pissed. He holds Reina by the neck. Listen, you have a choice. Live or die. Pick one. And right there, Reina was actually now right there like scared. Truly scared. As like what? She says like, fine. Not wanting to piss off right there like a red dragon emperor. As like what? Rias said like, Issei, this is actually like not right. As right there, Issei said like, you will revive her in your parage. As like what? Rias said like, no, I'm not actually gonna let this fall inside my parage. She says as right there, Issei just flared his aura. As right there, everybody was actually inside the room now, stepping back. The temperature was somehow dropping. As right there, shockwave, you can just feel the shockwave around the room. As right there, Issei said like, this is your fault that Arceus is dead. Now, revive her. And right there, like Rias goes quickly to revive Reina into her parage. As like what? When she actually does so, Issei just actually like turns right there to see Asuya's corpse. And then Rias right there tries to no, Issei just goes and says like, now leave. That like everybody was actually just confused. Leave? After that, Rias is like, but Issei, and she tried to put her hands on him right there on his shoulder. But Issei just flares his power. Leave now, he says, yelling right there. He actually allows more power. As everybody inside the room just left. They wanted to piss off right there like Dragon Emperor. As right there, like even though right there he was still revived, being like pissing off right there Dragon, even a low class, is actually the most worst thing of all. As when everybody leaves, it's actually now just Issei. And right there he walks to Asuya. As right there, Issei just moans for Asuya's death. And as he does so right there, he picks her up. And right there, as he actually carrying her, he carries Asuya to the back of the church. As Issei actually just says last words, saying that he will be a better person, that he will become strong, that he won't let anyone right there be hurt again. If he does, right there, he will protect them, he says. As right there, Issei just goes, he starts digging a hole. As right there, as the hole was actually deep enough, Issei just goes, and he carries Asuya down. As right there, like what? Issei just goes and places Asuya on the ground. As right there, he starts right there, like putting the dirt on her. As right there, like what? 15 minutes pass. Issei is right there. He actually just sees right there, like what? The grave that he just made for Asuya. As right there, he actually just made a little sign there. Asuya is gentle, the kindest and most pure-hearted nun ever met in this world. Let her soul rest in peace. As right there, Issei didn't want to say amen because he was a devil. But even though right there, even though through the pain, right there, he did say it. As Issei right there, unknown to him, he gave right there Asuya's sacred gear back, or what he thought. But right there, to him, the sacred gear just is, like went into Issei's stead, unknown to him. As like what? Issei just walks away from the place. As right there, like he did so. About 2 minutes has passed, and a magic circle just appears. Whereas right there, like what? Issei just buried Asuya. So, my little precious Asuya, you're here. As right there, he just, as the mysterious person just goes to raise his hand, blows away right there, like what? The grave that Asuya was in. As right there, you actually see right there dirt, like Asuya is there, still smiling. And like what? Dirt is still on her. Don't worry, my sweet love. I'll take good care of you, the mysterious person would say as he grabs Asuya and teleports away. No, before he does so, he clears up the area, making sure like he wasn't even there, teleporting away. As he said, when he's actually walking home, he's still right there, like what? In like in a sad state. As he walks home, he opens the door. I'm home, Issei would say. As right there, Issei would just close the door behind him, as the light was actually off. Issei just walks inside the house. As right there, his clothes were actually now torn up, and blood was actually coming from him. As Issei walks, he actually sees one picture. He sees a picture with him and Asuya, right, when they actually spend the actually first day out together, where right there, you will see the two right there eating ice cream, while Issei took a selfie of like the two of them. Here in this one, Issei right there, like it's actually, he doesn't have any parents. Issei's right there parents died right there at a young age. As right there, Issei's mom was actually 21, and Issei's father was 23. As right there, Issei's mom gave birth to Issei at 21 years old. As like what? They were actually proud right there to have Issei. Even though right there, like what? They were actually young. They wanted to start a family. But death took them quickly as they came. As right there, they got into an accident. Right there, leaving Issei right there to be raised by his actually grandparents. As right there, when Issei was old enough, he knew the truth of his parents' death. Issei right now lives alone inside his house. His source of income is only his grandparents right there, just sending him money right there once a month for him to be enough to go to school. As right there, Issei right there, like right now, we go to Issei right now, as he just right there drops the picture, and he goes to his room. As right there, like what? Issei takes a quick shower and change, and he falls to bed, mourning right there of Asia's death. But as Issei right there cries himself to sleep, he goes right there, gets pulled in like what? To his actually mindscape. As Issei is there inside like what? A void. There's nothing right there around him. But right there, he's just floating there. As he opens his eyes, he asks, where am I? And like what? No one's actually, he sees that he's actually in a void. Am I dreaming? So, he's the one right there who we actually got reborn into. So I'm actually surprised right there, I was not actually expecting him. As right there, a mysterious voice would say, as Issei would turn behind him, he would see right there a person with the same hair color as him, but right there he has glowing white eyes. As right there he's actually wearing a t-shirt, right there a blue like t-shirt, and right there dark blue trousers. Issei just sees this guy like, for some reason he felt scared. He felt like he was in the presence of a god. But right there, another mysterious voice was now speak. I actually don't care right there at this point. You right there actually got in my way, and now right there we got rebirth into him. It was actually my actually host in the first place till you came. Now Issei would say as he would actually look towards a person wearing a hoodie with red eyes, but unknown to him, he started moving funnily, like funny. And right there, like what? These things came out from him. It looked like he's some kind of glitch or something. As like what? The person now, like the person with white eyes would say like, you shut up, entity like 303. He was my host. Can you not see right there that he has my hair? Mostly right there like what? My personal features. He doesn't look anything like you. So just leave right now. Herobrine would say. As 303 would just sigh. You actually really are hopeless, aren't you? But there's actually no point now. I'm already here and I'm actually not leaving. As right there, like what? Issei was actually confused why these two talk. Rebirth? Like who? Like entity 303 and Herobrine? Like what's going on? He actually thought. As the two of them right there would now look at Issei. As the two of them would sigh. Listen here, kid. You right there actually are both reincarnations. Use my power wisely. And right there, show right there this world of whatever you live in. The true power right there of a god. The person with white eyes would say. Another person with red eyes would say like, no. Show this world true fear. Show this world right there that you are actually the supreme god, better than this one here. And then Issei would say like, I don't understand. As the two of them would now appear right in front of Issei. No, behind Issei. And they'll place their hand on his shoulder. And they'll say like, you don't need to understand. You just need to right there know something. That once you actually get this powers, your life would change. And Issei was now confused. What are you talking about? And right there, it was already like too late for Issei. And he felt a surge of power going right through him. And Issei's eyes widened. And right there, like moments later, Issei wakes up, breathing heavily. What was that? What was that weird dream I having? Is it because of the stressful day I had? Issei would say. And right there, he would hear a voice. Ah, so, you feeling alright, partner? And Issei would look around. Who says that? He says right there, getting out of bed. As like, what? Issei just looked around who was actually inside his room. No need to fear, I'm actually right there talking to you right there, like what? At your left arm. As right there, Issei would just look, and you would see like what? A green light on his actually, the booster gear on his hand. What? Who are you? As Ddraig, right there, we all know it's Ddraig, he would just say like, I am the Red Dragon of Domination. I am Ddraig, the Red Dragon. Right there, I was actually trying to actually make contact with you right there, the first time you actually awakened your sacred gear. But right there, you were too weak enough right there to hear my voice. But right there, you're actually like, for some reason, after right there that incident at the church that you powered up right there, you were strong enough to hear me. As right there, Issei said, "We'll just remember the strange power that he actually released." But Issei doesn't want to think about it because he just lost Asia, his friend, someone he saw as a sister, little sister. As Issei says, like, "So you're the Red Dragon Emperor. So, so what do you need?" As Ddraig actually just started to say, like, "Oh, nothing. I was just here wanting to greet right there, like, my new right there partnership with you. I had many hosts along right there, like, the many, like, years and generations. But right there, I never met someone like you. You're interesting, Issei Hyodo," Ddraig would say. As Issei says, like, "Thanks, Ddraig. But right there, like, I know right there this is all sudden, but is there a reason why you wanted to talk to me? Like, I'm pretty sure it's not just for a greeting." A Ddraig would say, like, "You're smarter than you actually look, huh? Well, it's true, right? That I actually came to greet you, but there's also something else. I came to tell you about the White One." At least I said, like, "A White One?" Issa doesn't know about the White Dragon Emperor. A Ddraig would just tell him, "Yes, the White One, the White Dragon Emperor, Albion. Right there, the White Dragon Emperor, right there, like, him, like him and like himself and him have like two of them will actually fight." As he will tell Issa about Albion, like, like, if the White Dragon Emperor, that the two of them right there will fight, and like, it's like, when they were actually dragons until they got turned into sacred gears. Even though they got turned into sacred gears, they will still fight among each other. as as he says after hearing the story, he was actually surprised. The White One is like is actually kind of really terrifying just thinking about it. And the director said, like, "Here, partner, if I actually was you, I suggest right there you should actually prepare yourself. If the White One comes right there, even though you're strong right now, I have a feeling right there you won't even stand a chance against this White One. You don't know right there this White Dragon Emperor generation is strong." Ddraig would say. Alicia said, like, "Yes, that's true. I just knowing the White Dragon Emperor that you just told me, he's someone right there you don't want to mess with." And Ddraig said, like, "That's right. If you don't train right there, he will pretty much right there take everything from you. Right there, he will actually just kill you if you guys meet each other. He'll probably kill you right on the spot for not being strong. Who knows?" And right there, he said right there, just having the thought right there of losing someone again because right there he was not strong. That very emotion that he couldn't save Arthur. As Issa said, like, "Yes, you actually got a point. I I'm actually now weak. I couldn't even save my friend. And right now, she's dead," Issa said, right there, closing his eyes. Right there, not 2 moments later, he will open his eyes again. As Issa would say, like, "Ddraig, is there a way right there for me to actually get strong?" Ddraig will actually just actually start right there smiling, knowing that this host right there is interesting. Actually, yes, there is. Right now, when I actually first checked, when you actually first awakened me, your magic level was actually terrible, completely terrible. But from after that church incident, it just skyrocketed to a whole nother level. Right now, you have no control how to use it. It'd be better right there if you work on your body right now. He just thinks about it. He could, yeah, he could actually need that little bit of workout. As right there, he actually thinks, how about right there we take 1 month off right there and train right there. I'm pretty sure I need to get over my friend's death. Right there, I'll actually probably train at the countryside where actually my grandparents are. As right there, Ddraig just actually smiled. "Very well, partner. But right there, let me give you your training routine. But right there, for you to actually get stronger, you're gonna have to do a lot more of their body work. Because right there, Ddraig goes to explain to Issa about balance break and things like that, the forbidden form. As Issa was actually now interested. This balance breaker, like, how powerful is it? As Ddraig just goes and says, like, "It's powerful enough right there to probably face off against right there some gods or Satan or devils or things like that. You having unlocking right there balance breaker, it's right there truly right there an impressive feat. Your power will actually increase by a lot. And like what I tell you, a lot." As Issei says like, damn, then let's actually get to it then. But Issei actually thoughts about it right there, just leaving right there like for about a month. He's leaving right there like school for about a month, leaving Rias and her parage for a month. But right there he needed to go. He needed to get over the whole incident that happened today. As Issei will actually just quickly pick up his phone and ring his what grandparents, as he will go to explain to them that he will be coming over right to stay a month. As like they were actually surprised about it. Issei actually like only comes over like on the holidays or sometimes the weekend right there. But Issei goes to explain that he's actually coming for 1 month. And they was actually surprised, like he's gonna miss school for about a month. And they can actually hear the tone of his voice that like he actually felt broken or sad. And they actually agreed with it. Like when Issei comes today, they want to know why he wants to take a month off school. As he ended the conversation with them, as right there, what Issei decided that he'd probably leave tomorrow. As we'll actually fast forward all the way to like what the next day, as Issei will actually just pretty much like what um be taking the train all the way to the countryside. Not informing Rias or anyone about that he's actually taking a month off. After that, what as he's on the train, Issei is actually now just wearing right there what actually like what black jacket with just right there like what a red t-shirt inside, and also right there what gray trousers and blue sneakers. And right now he actually has headphones in listening to music. As actually listening to music right there, Ddraig talks to him. Okay, partner. When we actually get there right there, I need to tell you something. It's about right there your strange power I'm sensing. And he says just question, what do you mean? And Ddraig says like, when right there you actually fell asleep, I felt two godly power sources inside you. Are you some kind of god or something? Aisha just remembers that like the two beings that he actually had to talk with. Aisha goes to explain Ddraig about it. Ddraig right there was confused. Herobrine and Entity 303, he never heard of these right people before. Ddraig is pretty much all over a wise dragon. Like he knows every god and non-god. So yeah, as Ddraig pretty much says like interesting. It seems right there you have an unknown power. This could actually be good right there, enough to actually boost you to new heights. From what I'm sensing right there, from your power, I can sense that you're able to create nearly like anything. Ddraig would say, as Issei would just open his eyes. What do you mean by that? From what right there, your power right there, what I'm actually seeing, it seems right there like you are able to create anything at all. Plus, right there, you have an affinity for lightning. And right there, this energy right there, laser, or something, like energy beams. As right there, what? Issei was actually confused. Right there, like, he never had, like, an affinity, like, for anything right there. Like, what? His magic right there, like this time right there, Issei actually kind of learned magic from Arkano a little bit earlier. And right there, like, what? He was actually quite terrible at it. But right there, he never expected he had an affinity for lightning. Or there's some kind of energy beam or something. Ddraig would say like, the rest is actually pretty much unknown, but I'll try to figure out something more. You right there just actually will actually just gonna have to like what? Prepare yourself, because it's actually gonna be a rough one month that we will actually be taking. Issei said like, yeah, it will. As guys, I think I actually might end it here. This is actually part 1 of What If Issei was the rebirth of Herobrine and Entity 303. I know this first part was pretty much right there, like what, kind of boring for you guys to actually watch. The second part will be interesting, guys, because the second part will be we be going into like what the training, but also right there like what the meeting with Rias and right there the Phoenix. So if you guys really want part 2, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys inside the next one. Peace.